As we got over the hump of the week, we also are getting over the hump of some of the hotter temperatures this week. Got up to 94 degrees in Lincoln. Before yesterday, our hottest temperature of the year had been 91 degrees. So we did get past that, up to 95 in Omaha and Norfolk is some of the hottest temperatures across the state. But you can see much of eastern, central, southwestern Nebraska, all in the low and middle 90s. And this was paired with some of that humidity. In talking to some of you, getting out and doing some yard work or things of that like in nature, you felt a little bit more strain with this humidity creeping up lately, and that will be in the background in the days to come into this weekend as well. But clear skies, a good look at the ball of sun that is this morning from our Barry Law camera, but the clear skies overnight have allowed temperatures to fall to the upper 50s and lower 60s so far this morning. We're still around 65 degrees in Lincoln, warm for this time of the day, but 59 in Hebron I'm sure feels great, 58 degrees in O'Neill, and don't get me wrong, the 60s even right now feel pretty great after the day in the 90s yesterday. The AC is really feeling good at this time of the year too. If you were waiting to turn that on, I'm sure you've turned it on by now to help with some of these hotter afternoons as of late, because we're just starting to get into the summer. It's kind of that transition period where you're starting to feel the humidity and the heat together, and you're like, oh yeah, this is what it can be like at this time of the year. Certainly some of that out there recently. Dew points even this morning, upper 50s to around 60 degrees, so some moisture content to the air, and that's what I mean kind of by that looming in the background, still going to influence and make those temperatures feel a little bit steamy in the afternoons to come as we hover right around 90 degrees. Not too much wind out there right now, but as in what we saw yesterday, a little bit more of an afternoon breeze to provide for some air movement as temperatures close in on almost 90 degrees. I think we're just a little cooler today in the upper 80s with some cloud cover off to the west. As you can see this morning, decaying thunderstorms from overnight, a little lightning at times toward Valentine, but that is also continuing to weaken this morning as we really lose out on a lot of the cloud cover and still see a lot of sunshine for this afternoon. But the stationary boundary of yesterday starts to turn into more of a cold front and will spark some more scattered thunderstorms back through the sand hills. And there's a short period where maybe a stronger storm or two is getting to be severe, but most of this is weakening as the sun goes down, and then we lose the coverage again into early tomorrow morning. So the marginal risk that you see has actually been trimmed back further west to really just incorporate a lot of western Nebraska for mainly some damaging wind and hail, but just a marginal risk for this evening. And then again, Friday afternoon, evening, higher confidence, a slight level 2 out of 5 risk now, in which we are watching for all severe weather hazards, including some isolated tornadoes, some damaging wind, and some hail. You'll see that we're largely sitting out the next couple of days here in southeast Nebraska, but then we start to be included in a marginal risk for Saturday. Not everyone is even going to see storms on Saturday, but what storms do pop may be a marginal risk and a marginally severe storm up to some 60-mile-per-hour winds and some quarter-size hail with some of the worst of it on Saturday. A small chance really though on Saturday too. As you see, we hover right around 90 degrees. I think early next week will be the better chance for some stronger storms and some better chances for some rain to be seen Monday and into Tuesday.
All right, thank you, Jessica. And right now